Hello all. Am I audible? Can you please confirm in the chat, guys? Am I audible to all of you? Uh, Thanks for the confirmation. Okay. So, guys, let's start with our medical chatbot implementation. So, yesterday I was discussing the architecture and the notebook experiment part. Today, actually, I will show you how we can convert this entire things to modular coding. Even I will also show you like how we can create the web application and all using Flask. So it would be totally amazing. So make sure you are watching this live till the end. Okay, guys. So before starting with the session, first of all, I want to show you your all of the resources has been updated in your dashboard. So let me open my dashboard once. Um, so guys, here is the dashboard, and if you see, today is day 13. So till day 12, actually it has updated already. So all the resources, all the like GitHub link, everything has been updated here. So you can check from your end. And guys, if I disconnect somehow, so no need to worry about, just stay here. I will again reconnect. Okay, I have backup. All right. So everyone is ready. Can I get a quick yes from everyone so that I can start with the implementation? So just give me a yes in the chat. Okay, thank you. All right. So let me open my project. Actually, I created yesterday. So this is my project, guys. Even I have already updated the code in my GitHub. As you can see, this notebook I implemented yesterday. So this is already updated here. Even the data is already available. And model, actually I can't upload in my GitHub because it's a huge model. So what I did, actually, I just given the instruction. Okay, so this is the instruction I have given, like how to download this particular model from this URL. Okay. So first thing what I will do, I will try to upgrade this readme file once, because let's say if you are referring this GitHub, okay, if you are referring this repository, so how we can set up these projects and all. Okay, first of all, I will just write some steps in the readme file, then I will try to start with our implementation. Okay, so let me open my project with my VS Code, and what I will do, I will also show you on the Neural Lab as well, because Neural Lab I was trying to upload the model, but it was taking times for me, okay, because this model is huge. So I'll also show you side by side implementation how we can do it. So what you just need to do here, you just need to upload the model here in the model folder, okay, and all the steps will remain same. All right. So I have this model in my local machine. So this is the model. Now what I will do, first of all, let me open my VS Code here. Okay. So everyone, you can open up your VS Code, or you can also do it on the Neural Lab. And if you don't have the code, you just clone from my repository once. Okay. So I hope my screen is visible properly, everyone. Just confirm in the chat. Or should I zoom a little bit? Maybe it's fine. Okay. Just a minute. Hmm. Okay, so first of all, let me write down the steps, what you need to do to execute this project. So I can remove these are the steps maybe. Yeah. So the first thing, you need to clone this particular repository. So let me just add this part. So first of all, you need to clone the repository. Okay, so here I have just given like till github.com. So what you need to do, you need to just clone this particular repository, the repository I have created. Okay, click on the code and click on this link address. Then the second thing, you just need to create one virtual environment. So we have already created the environment, and the name of the environment was here. This is the name, so medical chatbot. So I just written M chatbot. Okay, I'll copy this name and here I will just upgrade. Okay, and I was using Python 3.8 version. Okay, so when the projects will be available in iNeuron. This project is already available, okay, in my GitHub Raven. Even iNeuron website, it is also available. You can check it out. And today we'll be completing this project implementation, okay, entirely, because yesterday I was doing the notebook experiment only. Then I need to active by environment here. So this is the name. After that, okay, internship project you are talking about. So internship projects should be updated also, okay, Ravan. Just check the internship portal, it would be updated. Then I just need to install the requirements actually. So yesterday I showed you, I was installing some of the requirements. So this is the command to install the requirements. All right. Then what we did exactly, we just created Pinecone API key. I think you remember. So let me open my Pinecone once. So pinecone.io, let me log in with my account. So I'm going to use the same index because we have already stored our data yesterday. Okay, so I'll be using the same index only. So this is my index, guys, medical chatbot I created. So here I think you remember we collected the API keys as well as our environment. Okay, this Pinecone environment. So both I need to add, otherwise this project won't be working. So that thing I will also mention in the README file. So here I'm just telling create a .env file. I will tell you what is this .env file. Okay, how we'll be managing this secret key and all. Okay, so this thing you need to pass in the environment file, then it will work. All right, and the last thing, I downloaded my model. So this is the step to download my model. So you just need to download this particular model from this URL. I need to like keep that model in the model folder. Okay, for us actually we already kept the model. All right, so these are the steps actually we completed yesterday, and rest of the thing actually I will show you today. Now let me commit the changes. Okay, done. Now if I go to my GitHub and refresh the page, yeah, it is updated. Now let me share the link with you again. So here's the link. All right. So the first thing actually, what I need to do, I need to create my project template, because yesterday I completed the notebook experiment. Okay, so most of the thing I will copy from my notebook only. So this is my notebook. So most of the code actually I'll be copy pasting from here. And the thing is like I just need to create a modular coding pipeline. Okay, so that is the main thing here, like how we can organize our code. So for this, instead of creating the folder manually, so what I will do, I will just create a template file here. So that template file, I will just write some of the logic, like what are the folders I need and how it would be created with the help of Python. Then if I execute that particular template file, it will automatically generate the folder for me. Okay. Now let's say if I want to create the folders and file, now what I need to do, I need to manually create it. Let's say I want a file, I will click here, again I will name the file. then I need a folder here. I will again click here, then I will just name the folder name. That's how I will be creating manually. But let's say if you're doing the same the same projects again and again, okay, similar kinds of projects, what you need to do, again you need to create those are the files manually. So instead of that, what I will do, I'll create one template file, and that should be one time effort, okay, and I will just write all the logic there, like how we can create, I will be creating this folder structure and all. So every time if you execute that file, so it will automatically create the folder structure for you. Okay, so for this, let's create this file, and I will name it as template.py. Okay, so here first of all, let's import some of the library. So I need operating system. Then I also need something called path from pathlib. I'll tell you why this pathlib is required. Just let me import it first of all. So it should be, I think, from. So from pathlib, import path. Then I also need something called login. Okay. So the first thing, I just need to create one logging string here. Okay. Why I need to create a logging string? So let's say whenever you will execute that template.py file, so it will also show you the log on the terminal, like whether this folder has been created or not. Okay. If it is created, now why it is created, it will also show you the location as well. Okay. So to log these are the information, I need this logging string. Okay. I hope you already know what is logging in Python, guys. Yes or no? If you don't know, you can search on Google like logging in Python. So logging is an inbuilt module inside Python. So maybe you already worked with login. So this is the documentation of login, guys. All right. So if you visit the documentation, so you will see these kinds of logging string people are writing. Okay, this is the logging string we usually follow. So here we usually mention first of all our logging level. Okay, so here the log level is like information like level log. So basically I just want to save my information, like why this folder is creating, what is the path. So these are the information actually. So that's why here I have given logging.info. Okay, and you just need to mention also the format of the logging, like what particular message actually it will show you. So the first thing, I'm just saving my ASCII time. That means the current timestamp. Let's say I'm executing the code at this time. So it will save that particular time with respect to the message actually you will be writing. Okay, so this is the logging string. So it would be clear whenever I'll execute the code, and I'll tell you, okay, how this log would be saved. Now here, I need some list of the file. Okay, so let's create a variable, and I will just name it as list of file. List of files is equal to, so let's make it as a list. Now here, first of all, I need one source folder. Okay, so I'll just name it as src. So inside src, I'll be creating one constructor. So underscore init. I'll tell you why this underscore init underscore py is needed. As of now, just create the folder with me. And then I will be creating another like file called helper.py in the same folder. So I'll copy the same thing again, and it should be helper.py. Then again, I will be creating another file inside that, and I'll just name it as prompt.py. Okay, then I also need one file called .env. Then I also need something called setup.py, because requirements we already created, I don't need it. So I'll just write setup.py. Then I also need something called one research folder, because I'm going to keep this file inside a folder called research. So let's name it research slash, and here I'm going to create that trials.ipynb. All right. Then I also need something called app.py. Then I need another file called store underscore index dot py. I'll tell you why this store underscore index is required. Okay, I'll tell you. Now I think most of the things I have created. Okay, so I will also integrate the Flask. So for this, actually, you need one folder called uh, static, and another folder you need something called template.py. Sorry, templates. So inside templates, I will be creating another file and I will just name it as chat.html. Yeah. So these are the folders and file I need as of now. If I need it, so I'll create later on. Okay. So as of now, let's create these are the thing only. Now I have already listed down the files and folder actually I'll be creating here. Okay. Now how to create it? Okay. How to create it? So for this, we just need to write some of the logic here. So I'll be using simple Python code only to create this folder structure and all. So the first thing I'll be looping through this list. Okay. So I'll just write one for loop. So for file path in list of the file, that means this list actually I'm iterating through. Then what I need to do, first of all, the file path actually I'm having. So first of all, I need to convert them to path. I need to convert them to path. Okay, why I'm converting them like to path? Because if you see here, the operating system actually currently I'm using, it's Windows. Okay, Windows machine I'm using. But here, if you see, I'm using /. So I think you already know in Windows machine, actually, we usually use something called /. Yes or no, guys? /. If you see any kinds of Windows path, it would be // instead of /. Okay. But here we are using something called /. Okay. So // we usually use in the Linux operating system and Mac operating system. Okay. But in Windows, we usually use /. So that is why to prevent this kinds of issue, okay, I need this path library. Okay. Now how this path will be working, let me show you. Let me give one demo. So here I will activate my Python. So let's import OS. Maybe I can import this path. So from path lib, import path. So let's define one path. So I'll just write path equal to. So here I can give, let's say, test. I will give / here, and here I will give app.py. So let's say this is my path. Now what I will do, I will just give this path in my path class. Okay, if I give it, now see what will happen. Just see that it will automatically detect it's a Windows path. Okay, first of all, it will detect my operating system I'm using. Okay, with respect to that, it will convert that path. Okay, so this is the advantage to use this path class. Okay, so what will happen now if you execute this code in the Linux operating system as well, Mac operating system as well, everywhere it will work, because with the help of this path class, it will first of all detect the operating system, then it will convert that path with respect to the operating system you are using. Okay, so that's why we are using this path from the path lib itself. All right. Now here I got my file path again, so I'll just store it. Okay. Now here, what I need to do, I need to separate out my folders and file, because as you can see here, this is my folders. Okay. And this is my files. So I need to separate them, because as you can see here, I can't directly create my folders and file. Okay. All together. So what I need to do, I need to separate my folders and I need to separate my files. Okay. In a 2 variable, then I will be creating that. So for this, what you can do. So first of all, I will store my file directory. Then I will store my file name. Okay, so there is a method inside operating system package. So just write os.path os.path.split. Okay, so this is the method you can use, and inside that you just need to give the file path. Okay, now what will happen, let me show you. So let's say this is my path I have, so I will import os again. Now what I will do, I'll just write first of all, yeah, os.path.split. Okay, and here I will give my path. So let's say this is my path, and now see what will happen. See, it is returning the folder separate and it is returning the file separate. Okay, now what I can do, I can create a two variables. Here you can see I have created two variables. So the first variable will contain the folder name and the second variable will contain the file name. Okay, so this is the logic actually I'm just trying to write. All right. So once I got my file directory and my file name, now what I need to do? Okay, I just need to create my file directory at the very first. So for this, I can write one logic. So I'll just write if file directory is not empty. Okay, is not empty. So I can write like that, is not empty. So what I need to do, I'll be creating the file directory. So I'll just write os.make dirs. Okay, so this is the method actually you can use to create any kinds of directory. Okay, and here I'll just give my file directory name I want to create. Then after that, I need to give one parameter called exist okay is equal to true. So what will happen if this file is already available, if this folder is already available in your computer, see it won't be creating. Okay, otherwise it will create. So with the help of this parameter, you can control this thing. Okay. Now, if you're not giving it, so what will happen? It will replace that particular folder. Let's say in the particular folder, you have some files. Okay, again, it will replace that. So you need to recreate it again. So that is why you need to give this method. Okay. So once it is done, I also need to log the information. I'll just write logging.info. And here I can give one log. So creating file directory. Creating directory. First of all, I will give the folder name. So this is my file directory. And after that, for the folder, for the file, and here I will give my file name. So this is my file name. Okay, that's it. Now once my folder is done, okay, let's say I have created my folder. Now what I need to do, I also need to create the file inside the folder. Okay, so for this I need to write another logic. So here what I can do, yeah, I'll again write one if statement. If maybe indentation is not correct, just a minute. Yeah, so if not os.path dot exist this file path. Okay, this file path, that means the file path actually I'm having. So if it is doesn't exist, okay, in my directory, so what I need to do, okay, I need to create it. But instead of using one particular logic, I will be using another particular logic. I will also check the size of the file. So what I can do, I can write another logic here. So os dot path dot there is a parameter you will get called get size. If you want to check any particular size of any file, so you can use this method actually, get size. Now inside get size, you need to give the file name, and that if it is not, let's say equal 0, that means if this file is not empty. So what I need to do, I need to create that particular file. So for this, I will just use with open, and here I will give my file path. Okay, and here I just need to create it. So that's why I need to open with write mode. Okay, once it is done, I'll just do the pass operation here because I'm not doing anything. I'm just only creating that particular file here. Okay, then I also need to log the information. So what I can do here, I'll just write login login.info, and here I will give the log. So I can just write creating empty file, and let's give the file name here, file path. Yeah, and if it is already exists, so what I will do, I'll just write else. So I'll just give the log message here. So login dot info, um, here I can give this file name is already um, created. Okay, so this is the message I think I can give. Yeah, so this is the simple logic I have written. So guys, this code is understandable for you? Yes or no? Give me a confirmation in the chat. Are you getting this code? How I have written? It's a simple Python code only. Yes. Okay, great. Now let's execute this particular template file and see what happens. Okay. Now if you see left hand side, I don't have, these are the files and folder. Okay. Now once I will execute this template.py, let's see what will happen. So I'll open my terminal. I'll exit from my Python. First of all, let me activate my environment. I'll just write conda activate m chatbot. Now let's execute this template.py. So template.py. See the magic, guys. Automatically all the files and folder would be created. Left hand side. Just see left hand side. And see the log, guys. It is saving my timestamp. The current timestamp I'm executing the code as well as the date. And it is giving you the message like directory created src for the file of init__.py. Again, creating an empty file inside src __init__.py. Okay, that's how all the file and folder has been created. And see left hand side, guys. We are able to create our folder structure in just one shot. Okay, now let's see, you need some other files and folder. Okay, in future. So what you need to do, you just need to give the list here. Let's say I need something called test.py. I'll just give test.py here. I'll save this one. Again, if I execute the same template.py, okay, so it is telling this system cannot find a specific .py. Okay, I'm getting one error. Let me see test.py has been created or not. Okay, static, it is throwing the error. Okay, static should not be empty. So here I can give CSS, or I can give just .git ignore, .git keep. Let me remove this static file here. Now let me execute it again. Okay, it's throwing error. Just a minute. File name st size. Not os.get software line 5 get size return. File not found. The system cannot find the file specified __init.py. Maybe my logic is correct. Okay, now it's done, I think. Yeah. Now if you see, my static folder has been also created. Now here, if I just uncomment this test.py right now, and if I again execute it, see guys, it has created. Okay. Now see, you can create as much as file and folder. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, so in this case, I don't need this test.py. I'll just remove it. And here I will also remove the test.py from here. All right. So in future, let's say if you're developing any kinds of projects, instead of creating the folders and file manually, what you can do, you can create this particular template file and here you just write the logic. Okay. It would be one-time effort, but this file you can use it. Okay, in your every projects, just execute this particular file and it will automatically create the folder structure for you. All right. Now let me move that trials file in my research folder. So I'll just move it. I'll just cut it in my research folder. Yeah. uh, everything is done. Now let me just commit the changes in my GitHub quickly. Folder, structure, add it. So guys, so far everything is clear. You can let me know in the chat. Like how we have created the folder structure and all. So far everything is clear. Okay. Okay, fine. Now we are done with our project template creation. So now second thing, I just need to write my setup.py file. Okay, why I need this setup.py file? Because as you can see, now we have created so many file inside the folder. Okay, now let's say I want to import something from this particular file. Let's say helper.py, I have written something. Now let's say I want to import that thing inside my app.py. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to write from src.helper import something. Okay, so if you want to do this kinds of operation, then you need to set up this particular src file as my local package. I think you already familiar with what is local package, okay, in Python. Let's say whenever you install any kinds of package from the PyPy website. Okay, it is already hosted on the PyPy website, but it can be also done. We can also create our local package as well. Okay, let's say here if I do pip list, so it will list down all of the package actually I have installed in these projects. Okay, but here if you see this src is missing. Okay, src is missing. So if I want to import something from the src, then it will throw error. It will tell src is not found. Okay, so to prevent this kinds of error, what I need to do, I need to create this setup.py file and I need to set up this src folder as my local package. No, this is not a pre-installed. This thing I have installed from the requirement.txt. I think, remember, Imran? Okay, because this is my new created environment, and inside the environment I install all the package actually I need for this project. All right, but here if you see src is missing. Src is missing. Now let's say if I'm writing something inside helper.py, let's say if I define anything, let's say import os. Let's say I will write one function here. Let's say main function I have written, and I'll just do some pass operation. Now let's say I want to import this main method inside my app.py. Now what I need to do? Okay, what I need to do? I just need to import it first of all. So from src. So src is my folder. src.helper. Okay, then import main. Import main. Getting my point? So if I want to import like that, now see this src is not present inside my environment. Okay, it's not present as a package in my environment. So it will throw error like src module is not found. Got it? But if you want to install this src as your local package and if you want to keep it inside your environment, okay, just to prevent the error, you just need to write this setup.py. So this thing actually we usually use in our end-to-end implementation always, because we write a modular coding here. All right. So now let's write our setup.py. So I'll open the setup.py, and this code is very common. So I already written this code. Let me show you. Setup.py code. See guys, here you just need to use one particular package called setup tools. Okay, setup tools is a pre-built package inside Python. From here you need to import two particular things. One is like find packages, another is like setup. Now you need to create one setup object here. So see, here I have created the setup objects. Here you can give your project name. So in this case, I am creating generative AI projects. Okay, that's why I have given generative AI projects. You can also give something called medical chatbot. Let's give medical chatbot. Medical chatbot. All right. You can also specify the version. Okay, version of the package you want to create. So let's say this is the initial phase I'm implementing the project. So that's why the version I have used 0.0.0. Okay. Now here you can give the author name. So let's say here I have given my name. You can also give your name. So let me give my full name here. So I'll just write Bokhtiyar Ahmed Bappi. Okay, this is my name. You can also give the author email address. Let's say here I have given my email address. You can also give your email address. Now here you need to call this find packages, this method. So what it will do, it will look for this constructor file in each and every folder. And where it will get this particular file, that folder would be considered as my local package. Okay, so this is the idea to create our local package. Okay, so that's why we created this underscore underscore init underscore underscore dot py, because I want to make this src folder as my local package. And how it will get to know? With the help of this find package method. Okay, so this find package method, it will find everywhere in every folder, and it will look for this particular underscore underscore init underscore underscore dot py file. Wherever it is present, it will create that particular folder as my local package. Clear? Guys, this concept is clear? Yes or no? You can let me know in the chat. If yes, just write clear in the chat so that I can get to know. Okay, great. Now, how to install the setup.py? How to install the setup.py? For this, I will be utilizing my requirement.txt file. Okay, I'll be utilizing my requirement.txt file. So here I'll just write one particular line. I'll just write hyphen e space dot. Okay, hyphen e space dot. If you just write this particular line, automatically whenever you will be setuping that requirement.txt, it will look for that setup.py file. Okay, then it will open that setup.py file, then it will install everything. Got it? So whenever it will install everything, that means you have done this installation of the local package. Now let me show you. So I'll open my terminal again. I'll clear it. Now here I'll just write pip install -r requirement.txt. Okay, I already added that hyphen e space dot hyphen e space dot in my requirements. Now it will work. See, now setup.py has been installed. Now if you see, there would be a folder automatically created called medical underscore chatbot.egginfo. Okay, if it is generating this particular folder, that means you are done with the installation. Okay, and inside that you will have some of the metadata. Okay, no need to worry about some metadata related of your package you have installed. Let's say these are the packages you have installed, okay, as a local folder. So these are the information it will save here. All right, now if I show you pip list, now if I do pip list operation in my terminal, that means I want to see what particular library I have. Now here you will see src would be present. I can show you src would be present. Setup tool. Not src, it would be medical chatbot. The name of the package I have installed called medical chatbot. Inside the medical chatbot, I have this src folder right now. Okay, see, this medical chatbot was not present, and see, this package is coming from my local machine itself. Okay, so that's why this is needed. Now if I want to import something from my helper, I can easily do it without any kinds of error. All right, now let me push the changes in my GitHub, but before that I will remove these are the line. So I'll just write setup file added, and I'll commit. So you can refresh my GitHub and you can go get the code from there. Now same thing you can do it on the neural app. So let me copy this template file, and I will go to the neural app, and here I will create one template file, template.py file. Let me zoom a little bit. Now I'll paste the code here, save. Now if I execute the template.py file here, so python template.py file, see, it has automatically created. Okay, the same thing you can perform on the neural app. Okay, only you just need to upload the model here, upload the model, that thing you need to do. All right, now we have generated our folders and file, and everything is working fine so far. Now let's add first of all our environment variable. Okay, so what are the secret key and secret API will be using, so everything I'll be mentioning here. So in this case guys, what I need, I think you remember, so I need something called my Pinecone API key. The first thing I need my Pinecone API key. Okay, and the second thing I need something called Pinecone API environment. So where I will get it, I already collected yesterday, I think you remember. So I'll just open my notebook. And here I think I already mentioned, yeah, so this is my API key. I'll just copy. And I'll open my environment variable, environment file, and here I will just paste it. And I will also copy my API environment. Here I will paste it. Okay. Now what you can do, you can remove it from here. Okay. No need to show like to your user, or let's say if you are uploading this thing on your GitHub account, so just try to remove them from here. Okay. Otherwise people can also access your credential. I'm just keeping it here just for the reference, just to understand the things. I'll just remove, these are the index. Okay. After the, yeah, same yesterday key, because I'm using the same index from my Pinecone. Okay. That's why. If you are creating any new index, so you need to collect that particular keys and paste it here. Okay. All right. Now see, I have already added this .env file. Okay. I have already added this .env file in my code, but I already committed my code in my GitHub. Now, can you see this .env file in my GitHub? Is it present, guys? No. See, it will automatically ignored. Okay, it will automatically ignored by the help of this .gitignore file. Because if you open this .gitignore file, and here they have already written this kinds of .env file would be automatically ignored. Okay, let me show you. So I think I can search here .env. So what is .env? Control F, .env. See guys, .env, VNV, ENV, VNV, these are the files and folder would be automatically ignored during committing the code on our GitHub. Okay, so that's why we use this method to create any kinds of secret credential. Okay, another thing you can do, you can open up your environment variable. So it is already available inside your system. Now here you can click on the environment variable, and here you can create a variable key as well as the value you are using. So both you can do it, but this is the method actually people usually use nowadays. Okay, instead of reading the configuration file from our system itself. Okay, yeah. And to read this file, I'll be using one particular library. Okay, so the library name is python.env. Let me just write. I think I already added this thing. Okay, so there is a library called .env, .env. Yeah, so this is the package name. I'll just copy. And here I will mention inside my requirement file. Now let me install it again. Okay, done. Now we have also added our confidential secret as well. Okay, now what I need to do, I'll be start implementing the component one by one right now. So the first thing what I need guys, if I open my notebook, I think you remember the first thing yesterday we did, we first of all worked with our data ingestion part, that means data component. So I will copy the same function. Okay, I'll just copy the same function, and here I think we remember we created one helper.py inside src. I will open the src folder, and here I will open this helper.py, and here I will just mention this particular function. Okay, so most of the code I will just copy paste from my notebook itself, because we have already done the experiment and we saw everything is working fine. Now what is our task? I just need to convert everything to the modular coding. Okay, so this is the thing I'm just showing. That's why yesterday I did the notebook experiment, and today I'm referring that particular notebook and I'm just writing the modular coding. Okay, all right. Now I need this directory loader package and as well as this py PDF loader. So I can copy from here only. So directory and py PDF loader. I will copy this thing and here I will mention. And let me select my environment. I think it is already selected, my medical chatbot. Yeah, done. Now tell me, what is the second thing you need to add? What is the second thing you need to add? Just open the notebook and try to see here. The second thing, I need to add my text splitter. Okay, I think remember we are converting our corpus to chunks. Why I was converting our corpus to chunks? Because of the model input token limit. Okay, so that's why I was creating this particular function. Okay, so I'll copy this particular function as it is. I'll open my helper.py and here I'll mention it. And again, I need one particular library, recursive character text splitter. Again, I will open my notebook and from here I will copy. Now guys, tell me, this method is easy for you? Are you getting like confident to write the code, how to write the modular coding after doing the notebook experiment? Yes or no? Because same code I'm just copy pasting from my notebook only. And I'm just arranging my folder structure. Yes or no, guys? You can let me know in the chat. Great. Now going forward, whenever you are implementing any kinds of projects as end-to-end, the first thing, create the project architecture. Then try to implement these are the component in your notebook at the very first. Then try to convert that notebook as the modular coding I'm doing. Alright. Now again, let's open my trials.ipynb and see our third component. Okay, so third component was nothing but downloading the model from the Hugging Face. I will copy this function as it is and here I will mention it. Now what I need this Hugging Face embedding package. So again, I will open my trials.ipynb and from here I will copy this code, copy this import and here I will paste it. Done. Now anything I need, let me see. After downloading embedding, no, everything is fine. Now your Pine code will start. Okay, that means you need to store your vector right now. So this code I can write in a separate file. I'll tell you how to organize this thing. So first of all, I showed you the helper function implementation. Okay, so this file should be my helper file. Yeah, now I'll be using this helper file and I would be able to import this particular function one by one. Okay, whenever I need it, instead of writing again and again. Okay, inside my component. Yes, follow the architecture and following the code. Okay, one by one. Okay, great. All right. Now let me show you how we can store the data again. So what I will do, I'll just again remove this index from my Pinecone. Let's store our index again. So what I will do, I'll just remove this index. So I'll just click here and I'll just delete this index. You need to give the name. So it's medical chatbot. You can also load the existing index. It is also possible, but I'm showing because I have done the modular coding. Now I just want to test it whether everything is working fine or not, whether it is able to create the index or not. Okay, that is why I'm just creating this thing. So now let me delete index. Now it would be deleted after some times. Yeah, it has deleted. All right. Now what I need to do, I need to write the data. That means my data push. Vector pusher code. Okay, that means I need to convert my text to vectors and I need to push them to my vector DB. That particular code I need to write. So I'll be again referring the same notebook. I think yesterday I already wrote that code. This is the code. I was initializing my Pinecone. Then I was just sending my data to the Pinecone. Okay, so I'll be referring the same code. So for this, what I need to do, I'll be using one particular file here called storeindex.py. Okay, this file I'll be utilizing to push my vector to the vector DB. Okay, so here first of all, what I need, guys, if I want to push my vector to vector DB, first of all, I need to load my PDF file from the folder itself. So let me import. So from src dot helper import. First of all, I need what? I need this load PDF. Okay, this function. So let's import load PDF. Okay, after load PDF, what I need? I need this function, text splitter. So let's import text splitter. Then after that, what I need? I need this download Hugging Face model. Okay, so this one. So I'll just also import download Hugging Face model. Okay. Then I also need to import something called Pinecone. So let me import. So that's how you can import Pinecone. You can either import from LangChain, either import directly. Okay. Then I also need to import my load env package. Okay. So I'll just write from .env import load env. Okay. Load.env, because I want to read this particular file .env file, and here I have my credential. Okay. Pinecone credential. And if you want to access these at the secret key, you just need to take the help from this .env package. Okay, and this thing I have already installed here. Let me show you. As a python.env, I already installed here. Okay, python.env. So this is the package. Now let me open this one. Yeah. Now first of all, I need to load my env file. So that's how you can load. So for this, I also need something called operating system package. So import OS. Now let me show you how it will read exactly. So what I can do, I can open this .env file and I will copy the API key first of all, and here I will store it. So equal to, I'll just write os.environment.get, and here I need to give the key name. Okay, the key name you are using inside the .env file. Okay, this is the key name. Okay, now once you have loaded, I will also load my second one, which is nothing but my Pinecone API environment. I will copy and I will give the name here. Again, I will give the name here. Now let me print and let me show you whether it is able to read or not. I'll just print first of all my Pinecone API key, as well as I'll also read my Pinecone API environment. Now let me execute this particular file. So I'll just write Python store index.py. It should work. See guys, this is my API and this is my environment key. Got it? How I'm reading it? Okay, now I need to create again one index because I deleted my previous index. So what I will do, again I will go to my Pinecone, and here I will first of all copy my key. I'll copy my key and here I will paste it. So this is my key. I think this is the same key. This is my key, and I also need something called my environment. So I'll again create one index. So create index, and here you can give the same name, medical bot, and dimension it's 384. I think you remember the model actually you are using sentence transformer model. The output dimension of the vector 384, and I'm using cosine metric. Then I will create the index. Now this is my environment name. I will copy and I will paste it here, which is nothing but GCP starter. Done. Okay. Now first of all, what I need to do, I need to load my PDF. So let me load the PDF. So here is the code. I think I already written. Yeah, this is the code. I'll copy. And here I'll paste. First of all, it will load the PDF, and PDF is present inside my data folder. Now after that, I need to extract, I need to apply the text splitter. That means I need to create a chunks. So this is the code. I'll copy. And here I'll paste it. Okay, after getting the chunks, I need to download the embedding. So this is the code. I'll copy. And here I will paste it. Embedding download is also done. Now what I need to do, I need to initialize my pinecone. Okay, so this is the code. I think remember how to initialize the pinecone. It will take your pinecone API key, which you are getting from the environment variable, and this is your pinecone API environment. Okay, we have initialized the pinecone, and now how to store the data. So this is the code. Okay, I'll copy the same code from my notebook. This is the code. So here I'm using pinecone.from text. Here I'm giving my text chunks, and also need to mention my index name. So index name is nothing but my medical chatbot. So I'll copy the index name. This is the index name. Done. Now it will convert your data to embeddings and it will store to the pinecone. Okay, maybe that's it. Yeah. Now let me execute this file and show you whether it is able to push my data or not. So I'll execute this particular file. I'll clear and I will execute this particular file. Python store index.py. So again, it will take some time because how many chunks we have, guys? Yesterday you saw, remember? Anyone remember the chunk size? How many chunk size we pushed yesterday in our Pinecone database? Yeah, 7020. 7020, right? No, it's not 700. 7020. 7020. So 20 chunks we had. Okay, great. Now it will take some time. First of all, it will load the data, then it will create the chunks. After that, it will convert everything to the embeddings, then it will push to my Pinecone. Let me see it has started or not. Let me refresh the page. Not started yet. Let's wait for some times. In between, I will take some queries, guys. If you have some query, you can ask me. Anyone having any query, you can ask me in between. Okay, should start. See, it started, guys. Okay, now it has pushed 576 vectors. Can we use this same projects template for creating finance related project as well? Yes, bright side, you can use it, no issue. Git push error. What is git push error? Maybe this is your problem with your git arrays. You can check it. No worries, I will push my code. You can get from there. Okay, Karan, sorry, Karan. You can also use this template for your finance related project as well. Okay, this is the common template. You can use it as it is. When we are creating medical book chatbot, will it respond to the normal message like hello and how are you? Yes, it can answer maybe. Yeah, it can answer because you are using the pre-trained LLM, na? So yeah, it will answer. I'll show you. And if you want, you can also like fine tune that particular model as well. It is also possible. Okay. And in our paid courses, we have already integrated, guys, if you don't know. So this is our paid version of this generative AI course. So in this syllabus, we have added so many topics. Let's say if you want to learn how to fine tune and all, everything we have added here. Even Llama Index. Then we will be also covering like some more vector DB. Okay, we have some more interesting project here. So everything would be covered detailedly here. Okay. So if you are interested, you can enroll for the course. Let me see the progress. Okay, 2680. It's taking too much time to give answer of any questions. Is my system? I got response 6 minutes for this. For allergies. Anup, what is your system configuration? You can let me know. Because for me, I'm using 16 GB RAM and Core i7 processor. Yeah, so if you want to decrease the response time, so what you can do, guys, let me show you. So I think I already showed you the model, right? So this is the model link. So here I was using 4-bit model. Maybe 2-bit model is also available. Let me see. 4-bit, 4-bit, 8-bit, 6-bit. 2-bit model is also available. Can you see Q2 Kbin? You can download this particular model. So this is the smallest version of the model, and you can see the size. So those who are having 8 GB of RAM and a Core i5 processor, you can go with this particular model, a 2-bit model. Okay. In this case, actually, I'm using 4-bit model. You can see I'm using 4-bit model, Q4. Yes, definitely you need it. You can also execute on the neural lab, but I'm not able to do because it's taking so much time for me to upload the model here. Okay. So what you can do, you can start uploading the model. Once this model is uploaded, you can write the same code here also, because neural lab will provide more RAMs and all if you are having less RAM. And you can also do it on the Google Colab as well, but Flask code won't be running there. You can only do the experiment part, the notebook experiment we did yesterday. So these are the alternative you can follow, I think. You can see, guys, one thing actually you can do after the session, those who are having low configuration PC, you can go with this model, 2-bit model. No, see here, you don't use any pkl file. Okay, Anup, it's a hello everyone, am I audible? uh give me a confirmation, guys, am I audible to all of you? Okay, sorry, actually my system got hanged and I got disconnected. Sorry, because like too many software I opened, that's why my OBS studio got hang. Okay, and I got disconnected. Connection was fine today. Okay, there is no issue with the connection. Because live streaming, like it takes a little bit. Yeah. Okay, fine. So maybe my this thing has also stopped. Let me again do it. Okay, now I think again it will start. Yeah, so what I was talking about if you are having, let's say, less memory. So what you can do in this case, you can use this 2-bit model, guys. Okay, 2-bit model from the from here. Okay, now maybe it is running. Okay, let's store till this point. I will stop the execution. So let's say I have already stored my vectors. So let's store till 5728. Okay, so you can complete the this vector upload operation until it gets over. Okay, till your 720. Fine. Now let me push the code. So I'll quickly push the code. So store index added. Now I think you will able to see the code. Or maybe I can, what I can do, whenever I'm implementing this thing, so in between, I can start my progress. I'll upload all the data again, just a minute. Or let's keep it, let's try it. If it is not giving correct response, then I will again store it. And guys, if you don't know, actually, there is a webinar of the generative AI. You don't know or not, let me show you. So there is the webinar, guys. So it would be happened. This is the date. So let me share the registration link as well. So please join this webinar, guys. So Krish sir and Sudhanshu sir would be there. So they will be discussing so many things about generative AI. So this is the link I can give you. So this is the webinar link. So let me open this one. So you can register here. You can give your name, email address, mobile number, and which state you are from, and you can submit the form. And here is the video you can go through. All right. Okay. Now let's complete the project, guys, because we are almost done. Now what I need to do, we have completed our stored index. Okay. Now we are able to store our vector to our vector database. Now what I need to add, I need to add my app component. Okay. Because I need to create my front end right now. So for this, actually what I need to do, just a minute. Yes. So I just need to, first of all, give the prompt here. So I think you remembered we created one prompt.py here. So let me open this file. And yesterday I prepared one prompt here. So let me show you the notebook. So here is the prompt. I will copy this prompt as it is. And in the prompt.py, I will add this one. Okay. Now what will happen actually, you don't need to directly write the prompt inside your code. So instead of that, what you can do, you can mention it like that. Okay. So it would be pretty much good for you. Now, once it is done, I will open my app.py and I will write the rest of the code here. So I'll just copy paste the same code I created. So inside app.py, first of all, let me import Flask. So from Flask, I need to import Flask. Then I also need something called render template. I'll tell you why you need render template, why you need Flask. Okay, everything I'll be discussing about. Yeah. Now I also need something called JSONify. As of now, let's import only JSONify. And I also need something called request. Okay. Then here I also need to load my embedding. Okay. So for this, I also need to import this embedding. My download embedding method we created. Then I also need to initialize my pinecone because I will be loading that particular index and I will be extracting my vector from there. So that's why I need this particular pinecone package here. Then I think you remember yesterday I was importing some more things. Let me show you. Where is the notebook? Let me open the notebook again. This is the notebook. And let me close these at the tab first of all. Template I don't need. Store index I don't need as of now. Helper I don't need. Okay, here is the notebook. So here if you see, I was importing some of the more library called question answer, then C transformer, retrieval question UA, and prompt template. Okay, so this thing I need to also import here because I need to create my retrieval question answer object, okay, to chat with my LLM. So let me import them. So here is the code. Now I also need my .env because I need to load my secret credential from that file. Then I need to also load my prompt, okay, this prompt template. So what I can do, okay, so maybe it should be Hugging Face. Sorry, I deleted by mistake. Yeah. Now I also need to import this prompt template from my prompt. So what I can do, I can just write from src dot prompt import star. Okay, that means whatever things actually I have inside this prompt.py, everything just try to import here. Okay, now after that I also need something called operating system package. So I'll just use import OS. Now at the very first, I just need to initialize my Flask. So app equal to how many of you are familiar with Flask, guys? Here, have you ever worked with Flask, like how Flask works, how we usually create the app with the Flask and all? If you have some like little knowledge on this Flask, I think this should be pretty much clear how I'm creating this application, front-end application. You can let me know, guys, in the chat. Anyone worked with Flask before? I think if you have already worked with machine learning, deep learning, so I think you know this Flask a little bit. No, not okay. So no issue. I will explain. Okay, it's like very easy. So Flask is a like framework in Python. It will give you the functionality to create the web application here. Okay. Yes. And no need to worry about the like HTML code and CSS code. That code you can copy paste from the website itself. I will show you some of the website. Even I copy pasted the HTML and CSS code from the website itself. Okay, because I also don't know like how to code in HTML and CSS. No need to worry about. So we usually define the Flask object like that. Now what I need to do, I need to load my API environment. So what I can do, I can open the store index and this code I can copy. And I will paste it here. Then first of all, I will load my embedding model. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to initialize my pinecone. So I think you remember how to initialize the pinecone. So here is the code initializing the pinecone. So let's initialize our pinecone. And it will take your pinecone API and pinecone API environment. So it is I'm reading already from here. Now here you need to give the index name. So here this is my index name. I will copy. And here I will give my index name. Done. Now if you have any existing index, okay, in your pinecone, let's say you already have the index present and you already have the vector there. So what you can do, instead of creating it again, because we have already executed our store index.py and we have already stored our vector there. Now I just need to load that. And I will be using that. Okay, so for this is the particular code you can use. Load index from the pinecone. See, pinecone.from existing index. Here you need to give the index name. In this case, this is my index name and this is the embedding model I am using. These two parameters you need to give. Okay. Once it is done, you need to copy the same code yesterday you wrote. Here, you need to create the prompt template. I think you remember, you need to create the prompt template. Then you need to initialize your LLM. So now let's do it. I will open my app.py and here is the code. Here is the code. So this is my prompt template and I'm just reading my prompt template from where, guys? From prompt.py. I think you remember because we have already imported this thing inside my app.py here. Okay. Now this is my prompt. It is coming from here and this is the input variable. User will give the question and it will return me the response. And this is my model. Where is my model? Model is present inside the model folder and this is the location of the model. Model type is llama. Maximum new tokens. It is just keep this default number and temperature I am setting to 0.8. That means I'm just taking the risk and I'm taking also randomness. So whenever it will give me some response, it will also take the risk and randomness, then it will give me the response. So once I got this thing, I need to initialize my QA bot. That means QA object. So this is the code, retrieval QA from chain type, and here you need to initialize your LLM, chain type stuff, and this is the doc search. So doc search I'm getting from here, my pinecone object. That's it. Now you need to create the default route first of all of your Flask. So this is the default route I can create like that. So here you need to give this decorator called app.route, and if user is open your let's say host, okay, or let's say the URL you will be getting, I will execute and tell you how this thing will work. So it will open one particular HTML file which is present inside template folder. The name of the file is chat.html. Okay, so here I need to write the HTML code. As of now, this file is empty, but I need to write the HTML code, like how your UI will look like. This particular code you need to mention here. Okay, now let me show you how this thing will work. So now I will initialize my Flask. So it will execute your code here. Now let's say inside the chat.html, I can copy some basic HTML code. Welcome HTML page. I can copy the code from here. Maybe example. So this is the code I think I can copy. Let's see what is this page. I'll paste it here. Then I will run my app.py. Python app.py. Now it will tell you just open up your local host and port number 5000. Let's open my local host. So local host port number 5000. It's running on port number 5000. See guys, this is the screen I'm getting from this code itself. So now you can also change the code. Now let's give this code. Let's give this HTML code. What happens? If you know HTML and CSS, so you can create a beautiful website. It's up to you. Now if I again refresh, see guys, coming soon, I'm getting. That means my web app is working fine and I got one API. Okay, I got one API. This is the API guys. My project is running on this host and port. Okay, this is the host and this is the port. You can also change it. So what you can do here, you can give host is equal to you can give like that 0.0.0.0 and port is equal to, you can give let's say 8080. Any kinds of port you can mention. Let's give 8080. Now if I stop the execution again, now if I again rerun my app.py, you will see it will run on port number 8080 right now. See guys, it's running on port number 8080. Now I'll give the permission. Now if I open, and here I will give my port number 8080. Now see guys, your application is running here. Got it? Now here, what you can do, you can visit this website called Bootstrap. Sorry, it should be Bootstrap. So this is the website we usually copy any kinds of template. So here I created one chatbot template. So here is the example. So in the example, you will see lots of example would be there. Any kinds of template you can copy from here. It will give you the HTML and CSS code with respect to that. Either what you can do, we can search for chatbot HTML and CSS template. Free. Okay. So there are some website. It will give you some of the template. You can just download from here. See this kinds of chatbot actually template you will get. So you can download it and it's completely free. You don't need to pay for anything. If we have to put this on any website, then where we need to provide the details. No, see, the same thing you can do the deployment. Okay, I think you saw how we usually do the deployment on AWS. So that time it will run on the AWS URL. Okay, not in the local host. We'll show the deployment, Vivek. Okay, in our paid courses it is already designed. See, these kinds of chatbot template actually you will get. Okay, so what I have done actually, I already downloaded one particular template and I already copy pasted the HTML code. Let me show you how it will look like. So this is the code and you don't need to worry about for the HTML code. So this thing actually you can download from the internet if you don't know anything. So this is the HTML code from the chatbot I'm using. And with respect to that, you have one CSS file as well. So the name of the CSS file is style. Let me write style.css. So let me show you the style.css. So this is the CSS code. Okay. So from the website, you can download this particular thing. Now, if I go to my website right now, and if I refresh, now see, that's how my chatbot look like. Isn't it a beautiful app, guys? Tell me how this template look like to all of you, because I personally like this template. Actually, I just copy paste the code from the Google itself. So here you can give your input message and it will give you the response. Yes, I will give the code, no issue. Let me just commit the code as well. So what I can do, I can give templates added. So this is the medical chatbot kinds of bot I have added. Yeah, so now see how to change the photo of this one. So here is the like one nurse photo I have added, how we can do it. You can open the HTML code. So here you will get one JPG file. See guys, this is the JPG file, a PNG file. Okay, so this is the URL of the photo actually. So what I did, I searched the photo in Google and I just collected the image URL. See, copy the image address. If you copy it, now see, you can use any of chatbot medical logo. You can open and you can copy any kinds of photo URL and you can paste it here. So that photo will appear here actually. Let me show you, that photo will appear here. Yes, you can use this code. Okay, I already committed the code in my GitHub. You can clone from here. You can copy this template as it is, guys. Okay, no need to worry about how to write this thing because this thing is already available on the internet. Okay, if you look for lots of template people are giving free. These are the free template. You can use it as it is. Okay. All right. Now we'll be writing our final route. So basically I'll be taking the question. Yeah. And see guys, if you can enroll for the courses and you can get everything for free because we have lots of template as well. Okay, we'll also give that pre-built template. Okay, now let's write our final route. So this is the final route. So here what I'm doing, guys, so whenever user is giving any kinds of messages, okay, so here whenever user is giving any kinds of messages, I'm just taking the message in the backend. As you can see, I'm just writing request.form and it will give you the message and this message will come here. Then I'm saving the message to the input variable and I'm also printing in my terminal. After that, I'm just sending this input to the QA object, okay, because QA object we have already defined here, okay. Then it will give you the response. That particular response I'm printing in my terminal as well, and as well as I'm also sending that particular response to my UI here. Okay, now let me show you how it is working or not. So what I will do, I will stop the execution again. I will clear the terminal and again let's execute my app.py. Sorry, Python. It should be Python app.py. Okay, it's running. Now let's go back and refresh the page again. Uh, I think I can open it again. So localhost port number 8080. See, now let's ask some questions. So here I can give what is acne. So the same question I asked yesterday. And let's see. See, I asked the question. Now it will take some time because I'm doing the live streaming and all. So it will take some time to give me the response. Okay. But if I stop the streaming, so it will give me quick response. And the same thing we can do it on the neural app. So let me show you. So what I will do, I will copy this HTML and CSS code. Let's copy this HTML code and open my neural app. And here I can give this here. Also, I need this static. So inside I have style.css. Now let's copy the code. Done. Now let's write the route here. And this is the final code. Python app.py. Okay, it's running now. So now what you need to do, you need to copy this URL. And what is the port it is using? Let me see it again. It's 5000. Okay, just paste it and give the port is equal to 5000. Okay, bad request it's telling. I don't know, because maybe my okay, I got disconnected, maybe that's why. Okay, I need to again rerun it. Okay, let me see the execution here. See guys, it's giving me the response. Is it correct? Acne is the common skin disease characterized by pimples on the face, chest and back. It occurs when the pores of the skin becomes clogged with the well, dead skin cells and bacteria. See the guys UI, it is also extracting the time, the current time actually you are asking the question. Is it great guys? Now you can ask any kind of question here. It's up to you. Oh, it's giving bad request. Let me check. Everything is good. Okay, I got the response. See, I think who has asked the question, if I give any casual message, whether it would be able to answer or not. See, I've given hello. I am happy to help. However, I don't have any access to the external information or context beyond what is provided the text you gave me. without more information, I can provide the definitive answer to your question. Can you please provide the more context to clarify your question? Got it? So basically here is the chatbot we have implemented. This is already dependent upon my custom data I have given. Okay. So here I haven't given any external data sources. Okay. So this is only relying on this PDF file. Okay. So that's why it's giving some warning before starting with the conversation. Got it? Now you can open this book. You can open this book and you can ask any kinds of questions. So let's ask another question. So I'll find one disease here. Prevention, not this one. I'll take. Let's copy this disease. Okay. I don't know what is this. Let me search on Google first of all. Okay, this is a medicine actually. So let's ask about the medicine. So this is my bot. Tell me about this medicine. So anyone is running with me, guys? Anyone here? Everything is working? So you can go through this book and you can ask different question, different medicine. Like for this disease, what would be the diagnosis? Okay, everything you can ask here. And make sure you are storing all the vectors because I already stored 5000 something vector here. So make sure you are storing all the 7020 all the vector here. Still running because my live streaming is going on. That's why a little bit slow. Okay, this is the response. See, this is used to relieve many kinds of minor aches and pains, include headache, muscles aches, back aches, and toothaches. See, this is one kind of medicine actually people use for the pain. Okay, now you can see also this medicine. This is the medicine. Now tell me guys, how is this project? You like this project? The medical chatbot, your custom medical chatbot, yes or no? Because we are done with the implementation. How is this project guys? You can let me know in the chat. All right. Okay, thank you guys. So you can try, and those who are having less configuration, you can use the 2-bit model. Okay, I already showed you the sources. And please implement this particular project guys, those who haven't implemented, and you can tag me on LinkedIn. So this is my LinkedIn profile guys. So here you can also tag me after the implementation. You can also tag iNeuron, so we'll be happy to see that like you have implemented something. Okay, can I add this project in my resume? Yes, because you can add it, because these are good use cases. Okay, in the generative AI like field, you can add this project. And please implement the project guys. Please implement this project. Let me commit the code as well. And let me write down the further steps to run this project. So let me complete the readme as well. So first of all, you need to execute that store index.py, because you need to store your index first of all. Then after that, you need to execute app.py. Okay, then you need to open up your local host and port. Then I can mention the tech stack I used in this project. Now let me commit them. Done. Okay, so guys, yes, this was our medical chatbot implementation, and I have showed you the entire like process. Sir, may I know prerequisite for this course, please? No need any prerequisite. Okay, uh, you can still join the course if you don't know anything. So we'll give all the idea. And guys, there is exciting news for everyone. We are also coming with MLOps session, okay, on this Monday, from this Monday. So please join the session. Those who are interested in MLOps, so you can join here. And if you are interested in Hindi, so in our Hindi channel also, this medical chatbot implementation will come. So it will take by Sunny sir. So you can join today actually. Okay, see, you can just click on the notify button. Deep learning and machine learning fails under the data science. Yes, this is under the data science. Yeah. And guys, yeah, you can mention this project in your resume. There is no issue with that because this is a good use cases. Yeah, so MLOps session actually it would be conducted on our this iNeuron channel. Okay, so here actually we'll get the MLOps session. And the detail of this MLOps course would be shared soon. Okay, just stay tuned with our channel. Everything would be shared here. No, this is not a last session. Maybe couple of session would be there after that. Small language model is different. T0 LLM. Small language model is different. T0 LLM. I didn't got your question. Okay, so sorry guys. So there today is the last session of our generative AI. Okay, because we have already covered everything. Okay, we have already covered everything. If you go here, if you go to the live section, so from the day one itself, see from the introduction itself, actually everything has been covered. LangChain covered, Hugging Face covered, OpenAI covered, end-to-end project has been also covered. Then vector database covered. Then yeah, open source LLM is also covered. Then I also showed you how to use open source LLM and create the end-to-end project as well. And and if you want to learn more about generative AI, so there is a paid version of our course. So there actually we have added so many things. So let me again show you. So this is the page, guys. So let me share you the link. So if you are interested, you can enroll for the course. And here we have already covered. We'll be covering lots of things here. Let's say fine tuning LLMs and all. So you can visit the syllabus here. Okay, it's a big syllabus, guys. Meta Llama API is free to use or paid like OpenAI. Meta Llama, there is no Llama API. Okay, we have downloaded the model because. So link is in the chat, guys. So you can visit these courses. So you can go through the syllabus and you can enroll for the course. And why this course would be like more, you can say, interesting, because we are also giving the job assistant. If you see here, if you go read this description and all about, so it is starting from 20th January, and this course version is English, okay, and duration is 5 months. It would be conducted 10 to 1 p.m. okay, IST, Saturday and Sunday, and this should be a live course, okay, this should be live lecture actually. And we'll be also providing the job assistant doubt clearing session, okay, so each and everything would be there. So let's say if you're having any issue, okay, with your resume and all, job and also, we'll be conducting a session with you. So we'll also build your resume, we'll give you the career advice, okay, everything would be done here. Is this course curriculum changes on a new model? See, if you go through the course, we have added so many open source LLM here, also new model as well, okay, we have added Falcon, Google PAM, okay, so we have also added this thing. As of now, you learn like Llama 2 model, okay, but there are also lots of open source model available. Let me show you. If I search for open LLM, okay, maybe I already showed you list of open LLM. So there are lots of LLM, you can use. So we'll be covering them also here. And see guys, here you will get like 1 year dashboard access, and assessment in all the modules, okay, you will be getting assessment for all the module, and guidance by the expert and mentors. As I already told you, if you are having any issue with your career and all, if you're not getting any job, so we'll be giving the job assistant opportunity as well. Then course resources definitely will get. Then live lecture, okay, live lecture you will get from here, and quizzes and assignment you will be getting from each and every lecture, okay. Then you will be getting free neural lab access as well. So we'll also show like how we can use our neural lab efficiently here, because many of you are having less configuration machine, okay. So we'll also show you like how we can use neural lab here as well. Then here you will get dedicated community support from us. I mean, this course duration is 5 months. So in a 5 month, GenAI is boosting so much. Okay, so we'll be taking care that, yes. So let's say in this 5 month, actually, if any changes is there, if any new thing is coming, we'll also showcase in front of you. Okay, we'll also tell you that thing. No issue with that. Yes, we'll also integrate MLOps tool. Like we'll also show like how to integrate Docker, this thing, how to do CI/CD deployment. Everything will show there. Okay, the efficient deployment process will show there. And guys, this course is also for students and working professional as well. Even if you are an entrepreneur, okay, who are looking for using this latest AI technology in your day-to-day business, okay. So for you also, you can refer this course. Okay, so this course is for everyone. If you are a student, if you are a job professional, if you are, let's say, entrepreneur, anyone can refer this course. We'll be covering each and everything in the field of generative AI, guys. Okay, after completing this course, you will become a champion in the field of generative AI. That's the guarantee I can give. See, building LLM, we don't do it usually. Okay, building LLM is not a easy task. Power, okay. See, LLM building is not an easy task. For this, you need resources, you need cost, you need a good configuration machine. Okay, because we have already LLM. Okay, now we just need to use them. We can fine tune them. Fine tuning we will show like how to fine tune on the custom data. If this LLM is not working for your specific task, you can still fine tune that. Okay, and guys, please join this webinar, everyone. So there is the webinar actually conducted by Krish and Sudhanshu sir. So here is the link we have already given. Let me share it again. Please register of yourself here, and please join this like webinar. Okay, so you'll be learning a lot from here. And here's the video, guys. So what are the things actually you'll be covering and all. So you can go through this particular video. It is already available in our iNeuron channel. Guys, now if you are having any doubt, you can ask me in the chat. I will be taking a couple of doubt, then I will be ending the session. Any doubt, guys? Any question you are having, you can ask me, then I will end the session. So guys, so far, how was your session, guys? Are you able to learn something in the field of generative AI? Because we have covered so many things, like it's completely free. Even you won't be getting these kinds of content anywhere. Gemini, if it is there, okay, if they already post the API and all, okay, we'll be also covering Gemini, okay, no need to worry about, because this is the recent research. Recently it has came to the market, okay, they haven't announced so like yet. Yeah, thank you, Karan, and thank you for your contribution yesterday also. Yeah, thank you, Power also. And if you have any query, you can ask us anytime, no issue. Yes, I remembered your name. Yeah. Yes, that would be covered also. Okay. Test prod. I don't know your name. You can let me know. Yeah, thank you. Karan. Again, thank you, guys. And please stay tuned with the channel. So whatever things actually we're announcing, everything you will get from here. Swati. Okay. It would be covered, Swati. We'll be discussing. So you can go through the course syllabus. You can read about everything. Yeah. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for joining the entire community session of our generative AI. And I hope we are able to teach something. Okay, we are able to make you understand something, because initially I think you were zero in this field, but now you know so many things. Now you are able to, you are in a position actually you can build any kinds of like generative AI projects, because you have the idea right now. Okay, with that, guys, thank you so much. Bye bye everyone, take care, have a nice day ahead. And if you are having any issue, you can let us know. You can connect on my social media anytime. Okay, thank you everyone. Bye everyone, bye.